Okay, so the second one, second method to do this is probably a little more accurate to the colors that you've got here, except again, remember that in this case we're using, so at the moment this is actually set to RGB, which is not print. So if I set this to CMYK, in this case, if I go to my channels, right, I've got basically 4 channels, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I'm going to have 3, I'm going to lose one of these, and in most cases it's going to be something like the cyan, right? So I'll be left with something like this, and it really depends which color you want to keep. But basically this next method will basically remove one of those 4 colors. You'll have to replace it with something else. Aside from that, you also need to, in order for this technique to work, the colors also need to be made into spot colors. Not this is what we call process colors, a combination of colors. They need to be changed to spot colors instead. Right, so to do this, I'm just going to go image mode and multi-channel. And you'll notice that with multi-channel, it drops color-wise, it drops just a little bit. And the reason for that is because I go to my channels again, just over here. So remember, your panels can be accessed through here. So window channels is where I got my channels from. Oh, okay. So did I change this to multi-channel? I did. Oh, every time I try this is something different. So in this case, it's actually kept all of these colors, but I have to make a choice of which one I want to keep. And you must keep, because you're going to convert it to grayscale, you must keep black. So you have to decide which of these 3 you want to hold on to. Okay, so I'm going to remove the black. Remove the black, yes. All right, so I'm going to remove the black so that we're left with something like that, as you can see. And I'm going to actually, sorry, I won't remove the black. I'll keep the black. What I will remove is one of these colors. So say, for instance, I'll remove the cyan, right? We're left with that, or I'll remove the magenta, and then we're left with that. Actually, I like the fact that I think magenta kind of works well. Like, I lose the red though, so really you have to make a choice of which colors, which one of these colors you're going to hold on to. Like, I can remove the yellow if I wanted to, then you're left with kind of something that's a little bit blue, and which ones you want to get rid of. Now, the black should actually be right at the top in this case, right? That needs to be the top channel, and then everything else goes down below that. So I need to really make a choice as to whether I want to hold on to, the bluey color, or keep it like a nice warm color, or get rid of the magenta and leave it kind of, that looks all right too. It really depends what you want to do, and leave everything white except for so whatever was red is going to go. So say I want to hold on to cyan and yellow, right? And so I'll keep that artwork as is like that. The other rule to this is that once you change this to grayscale, like I said, this top channel is going to stay black and white. It'll become gray. Sorry. The other 2 channels need to become spot colors. So they can't be a combination of colors anymore. Well, in the end, they are still combined, but they can't be these process colors. So in order to change that, it's pretty easy. Just double click that color and then click on the little swatch there, and then choose color libraries, and just leave it on that Pantone process. Or you can just choose a different, like I could probably choose like a lighter blue or something like that, right? And so that gives me a Pantone color. And the same thing with this yellow. So color libraries, it's like a darker yellow there, right? And so now I've got black, and then I've got these 2 extra colors. This gives me 3 colors. Now, print-wise, you can't really, unless a printer tells you that they accept this. In most cases, they won't accept a multi-channel file. So what we need to do is convert this, right? And believe it or not, we convert this to grayscale. So I just need to make sure that I'm on the black channel. I'm going to go to image mode, grayscale. And now it's become a grayscale image, right? So although you see the colors there, and the reason why you see the colors is because you've got these extra channels added onto your image, right? Now, so what I like about this is that it basically takes off your original image in order for you to be able to assign colors where they were originally, and you just need to make a sacrifice as to which color you're going to remove in order to replace it. And remember, if yours has a lot of black, then you've got no problems with this. But if I had reds in mine, and you can see that I got rid of the magenta, which is like a pinky color, and that removed the reds, as you can see, right? So I've made my choice. This is the 3 colors that I want. I am going to save this as a grayscale image, and I'm actually going to call this 3-color multi, right? So it's because it originally was a multi. And save yes. You can see it holds on to spot channels, spot colors and stuff. Save that. Yes, I want to save over it. And I'm going to go to InDesign just to show you how those colors are seen in a program that does print, file, new, document. And I'm going to make sure that I'm on a print preset so that it does this for print. That way I've got the colors set to CMYK, or whatever colors I decide to put in. Okay, I'm just going to make sure this is set to standard page. I'll create that, and then I'm going to place my multicolor into here. And so what you'll notice is, again, in my colors, so in my separations here, it's brought in black, Pantone 297 and Pantone 102. And so this is seen as a 3-color piece of art or work, right? Because it's actually just brought in. So these, if I switch this on, these colors don't really apply, right? So they don't do anything. You can see if I hide black, then something is hidden there. If I hide that Pantone, then that's hidden. And then I'm left with just the yellow, right? So it's just these 3 colors that apply to this artwork here, as you can see. So there's 2 methods of doing this. This one's a little more controlled, but like I said, you'd have to sacrifice one thing for the other. I found that it doesn't accept, InDesign won't accept colors, the 3 colors if black is not included. So you have to because you have to convert it to grayscale, so you have to have a black in there. And so that means you have to kick out one of the other 3 colors in order for this to work. Okay, so that's another way that you could limit yours. There are other ways of doing this as well. You would have to physically, you'd have to select the different sections with the specific colors and then bring them in a separate file. So it gets a little bit more complicated. These are just the easiest ways for you to be able to convert yours. Obviously they have limitations, but those are your choices.